In our continuing series of profiles of local Caribbean artists, today we featured Carl Malcolm and the Positive Vibration. That's up next on Carib Nation. Hello, welcome to Carib Nation. I'm Doris Dean. In our continuing series of profiles of local Caribbean artists, our first guest today is the legendary Carl Malcolm and the Positive Vibration. He dropped by our studio and talked with our entertainment correspondent, Ronaldo Hazel.
Thank you, Doris. And Mr. Carl Malcolm and Positive Vibration.
Greetings.
Manaplan.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Carl, you are dubbed a pioneer of reggae in the Washington metropolitan area. How do you attribute that? Why are you given that name?
I think it's because it's been a long time I had been planting the reggae seed in Washington. Since I found Positive Vibration in '81, it had been a growing success as a band. But before that, I had my own little thing in Jamaica, as Carl Malcolm said, it's that two things put together make one.
Okay.
And it's a stronger vibration right now.
And we definitely don't want to leave out Miss Anita, who is the drummer and vocalist of Positive Vibration. Excellent. We're glad to have you. So tell us a little bit about how you actually started and got into the business and how you came here. I know that you were really intrigued with it from a very young age.
Yeah, it's a way of life for me from when I was a child. You know, I can't remember how young I was, maybe 4, 5, 6, but I had the intention to be in the music business somehow. I didn't know how far to take it or what was happening, but that was my main interest in life, to sing, to be involved in show business.
And you started out writing poetry.
Yeah, I started from the early stage of young. To me, like I said, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I started to put little words together, do a little poetry, and then later on they became into song form. I started doing the songs and stuff, and then it was always like that. I got involved in a lot of the church programs and a lot of school pageants and plays and picnics in the area, you know, in the country area. It was like that. It started like that.
So you just knew that was your destiny?
Yeah, I didn't have my mindset on anything else in life but music.
But music.
Yeah.
And then you really kind of started performing as you became out of your teenage years, early teens,
yes.
You know, really started getting into it seriously.
Started to understand it more, what needed to be done, you know.
Right, in the music industry. And then you decided, I guess, to come here.
No, I didn't come here right away. See, I left from the country. I was born in St. Elizabeth, Black River.
Okay.
Grew up between a place called Black River and Mountainside and Hillside. And then about in 1961, I came to the city. That's when I got serious about moving to the area where I can get recording done, because there was nothing like that happening in the country.
Right.
So I came to the city to start living with families, and that's when I really got into the music business. I started singing nightclubs with bands here and there, and it developed into what I am, you know, what I am today.
Right. And you came here to basically further that career and path and expand the market and so forth.
That came with that intention. It's like at the time when I was in 1974, that's when I made my first hit record in Jamaica called No Jestering. And then shortly after that, for about 3, 4 years, it was time to leave Jamaica and come to the States and see if I can, you know, bring what I had there, plus what I can bring here. The music was still in a developing stage. When I came here, there wasn't many bands around. I could remember Mighty Invaders, Prima International, with Danny Banner, Woody, you know. Frankie used to play with Unconquered People, Honey Boy Martin. I remember people like Englishman. Those were the groups around town, but there wasn't much, you know, in the music being live. I remember Black Sheep.
Michael and Kuruma.
Who the honey?
Michael and Kuruma.
No, but Michael and Kuruma, yes, and the Double Brody, they all had little groups, but all those groups they never really stick to it, you know.
What does love man mean to you?
Love man is just, you see, I definitely used to be a love man. I'm still a love man, I'm a lover. Not a fight, I'm a lover right now still.
I agree.
Yeah, you agree?
Okay.
My wife is agreeing, so she knows I'm a lover.
100%.
The point about it is that I started singing love songs in the early stage of my career.
Right.
And then after, started doing some of more serious songs,
Whatever I do, man, it's Jah who makes me do it. Wherever I go, Jah goes there too. Every word I speak, he tells me what to say. All I can say is Jah leads the way. All I can say is Jah leads the way. All I can say is Jah leads the way. All I can say is Jah leads the way. All I can say is Jah leads the way. When I'm in darkness among the terrors of the night, in the midst of my weakness, he makes my burden light. He knows my dawn sitting and my rising of the day. All I can say is Jah leads the way. All I can say is Jah leads the way. All I can say is Jah leads the way. All that I can say is Jah leads the way. All I can say is Jah leads the way. Yes, Jah do my thinking, help me when I'm sinking. Never let my feet dash against the stone. I praise his name with prayer and a singing. All I can say is Jah leads the way. All I can say is Jah leads the way. Jah leads the way. All I can say is Jah leads the way. All I can say is Jah leads the way. All I can say is Jah leads the way. Whatever I do, it's Jah who make me do it. Everywhere I go, he goes there with me too. Every word I speak is he who tells me what to say. All I can say is Jah leads the way. All I can say is Jah leads the way. This Jah leads the way. All I can say is Jah leads the way. All I can say is Jah leads the way. All I can say is Jah leads the way. Yes, Jah do my thinking, help me when I'm sinking. Never let me dash my feet against the stone. I praise his name with a prayer and a singing. All I can say is Jah leads the way. All I can say is Jah leads the way.
Now, I also understand that you really matured as a writer because some of your popular songs initially was Fattie Bum-Bum.
Yeah.
And would you like to tell us your inspiration for that?
Oh, Fattie Bum-Bum. After I did Jestering, it became a massive hit. I did one called Miss Wire Waist. That was paying tribute to the little slim girls, little skinny ones, And I remember one day a fat girl said that, oh, come you just singing from the skinny girl, you're not singing a song for we, like you're not singing a song for us.
Right.
So I said, okay. So one day I started writing this song and I wrote 2 verses and I got stuck. But I remember I was supposed to come to America and it was my birthday. And something happened and I didn't get to come to America that day. So I was frustrated. I went to the studio and told Clive that I have another song to sing. And he said, okay, go to the studio and do it. I did that song And it became one of the biggest sellers in my, musical history. That thing had about 3.5, nearly 4 million copies. That just like that, so like that.
Right.
And people all over the world started doing cover versions of it. So right now, up to date, we have about 15 different cover versions, from Finland to Japan to Germany, all over the world.
That's amazing.
Yes, African countries pick it up.
Now, how did you all meet?
How we met? Oh.
Yes.
The music, of course.
The music.
Yeah.
And Positive Vibration was formed 5.5 years ago.
No, Positive Vibration was formed about 81.
In 81.
She joined me in 87 after we started dating. You asked how we met?
Right.
She used to be with a girl group called Infinite. You remember Infinite? I used to watch her.
Reggae,
They used to open shows for me too,
Yeah,
like Kilimanjaro, Roxy, places like that. Used to open shows for me. I was much more popular in that, I mean, I don't know what to say, but I was pretty popular, and I had a lot of shows, and they used to open a lot of shows for me. I started watching her from that time, like checking her out and so.
And you all decided to join forces.
Yeah, after things happened. From my side, I was in a relationship before, and then she was in one, and after things happened,
Right.
then we decided that this is what's going to happen. And we got together from there.
And Anita, tell us a little bit about you. I know that you are the lead drummer and you're a vocalist. What do you actually sing, and what types of songs do you have out? I know you have a very popular.
I have the song I have out now is "Where the Grass Is Greener." It's a song dedicated to women. I mean, if you have any problems in your relationship, just and if you're being dogged actually by a man, you don't have to take it. You can go where the grass is greener. That's where you'll go.
Okay.
And if the love doesn't get any sweeter, that's where the money flow. You just don't stand there and take anything, and stand up for your right and just go.
Excellent.
Go where happiness is.
Right.
Don't be abused in any relationship.
Right.
That's what that particular song was about. But I sing a lot of love songs, cultural songs, do a lot of cover songs.
And you started your affinity for music very young as well.
Very young.
How old were you?
I was a baby. I was like 7 at least.
Younger. You played drums from you were younger. That's how pictures
from
were heard,
like
baby
7 years
playing
old, I
drums.
really started. And actually, I started really playing professional at 10.
How did you get
Professional.
exposed to that?
To music?
To like playing drums?
My
and...
family background, we were, it's like my whole family was musically inclined. So it's rubbed off on me. I was one of the youngest, I'm the youngest girl in my family, but then I'm the only one in my family that really pursued the music, for this far in my career.
But she's from a very musical family. All the brothers and sisters, they're very beautiful singers.
Yeah.
They just never pick music as what they want to do. So she's the one who really pursued music in every aspect of it.
Yeah.
Listen to me 1 minute, baby. I have something I want to say to you. Yeah. I never thought that it would come to this, having to leave you in so much pain. Yeah, I treasure the life that started with a kiss. Now I'm feeling so ashamed. Yeah, 'cause you've been spreading yourself all around the town. That's why I'm walking around with my head down to the ground. And if the grass out there is greener, that's where I would go. And if your love don't get any sweeter, I'll go where the honey flows. And if you should take my love for granted, that's one thing you should know. Many think that I'm fantastic, so I don't have to go so low. I used to boast about the true love that we found, and the happiness that fill my world. From coast to coast, you played me like a clown. So it's best for me to go on my own. 'Cause you've been spreading yourself all around the town. That's if you take my love for granted, there's one thing you should know. Many think that I'm fantastic, so I won't have to go that low. I never thought that it would come to this, having to leave you in so much pain. Yeah, I treasure the life that started with a kiss. Now I'm feeling so ashamed. I used to boast about the true love that we found, and the happiness that filled my world. From coast to coast, you played me like a clown. So it's best for me to go on my own. 'Cause you've been spreading yourself all around this town. That's why I'm walking around with my hand out to the ground. And if the grass out there gets greener, that's where I will go. And if your love don't get any sweeter, I'll go where the honey flows. And if you should take my love for granted, it's one thing you should know. Many think that I'm fantastic, so I don't have to go so low. I never thought that it would come to this, having to leave you in so much pain.
How do you find the market, you know, for reggae music in Jamaica versus the market here? I mean, is it easier to get your name out and to perform and do what you have to do musically and business related here versus Jamaica? Is it?
It's easy in terms of getting exposure. It's very important, if you can, to get something exposed in Jamaica, since the world is looking at Jamaica as the main source of reggae.
Right.
You know, it's very helpful in that way. It doesn't mean you can make it in Washington or you can make it anywhere you are. You can make it anywhere you are. But yes, there's a bigger chance if you can sort of get a buzz from Jamaica.
Is it also more competitive in Jamaica because that's, you know, the
It's
Mecca?
very competitive, yes.
Right.
But the music industry is who, I don't know, I guess it's who know you and who you know and who can help you to get to the next level.
Right.
The music can be very strong, but if you haven't got marketing strategies or people who help you market it or people who know what they're doing, you still won't get exposure, no matter how good the record is.
Right.
It still won't happen. So
Now,
everything have to come together, like, you know.
I understand that an experience here, one of the experiences that you find, there's a more receptivity with the white American culture than the African American culture.
Yes, I've noticed that over the years. Over the years, I would say it's been changing, you know, to somewhat, no, right now. But yes, you're right. I can remember back in those days when I came and tried to build up reggae music, it was mostly white who supported. Even right now, to a certain amount, if you go to certain places, you'll find that there's more white people there. But there are certain artists I like Jimmy Cliff, Bonnie Wheeler, and Lucian Estep, over that area, you know, where culture, Burning Spear. When you call artists like those to perform, you're going to expect majority whites. I think maybe because a lot of whites have been traveling to Jamaica longer than they say black, I would say American, black American. That's what I call them. They say African American. I say black American.
Right.
See?
It gets a little confusing.
Yeah.
So true.
That's the way I grew up, black American.
Right, right,
African
right.
thing.
Right. I thought that was an interesting observation, interesting perception.
But it's true. It's hard to say, but it's true. It's true. You get more support from the white people and a vast, you know.
Now, like I said before, I understand that you really matured in terms of your writing because you went from like the Wire-Waist and Fattie Bum-Bum to Manaplan.
Manaplan. But you know, being a songwriter, I had been writing songs in various fields. I've written songs about Africa, even long before I even knew things about Africa. It was a feeling about Africa. I wrote a song about Africa, which is a very loved song by many people. And I've written songs like Serious Times that deals with black and white. I've done some Black Man Time. I wrote a lot of songs, a lot of deep songs from way back. And recently, since my religion is more serious to me now, I started to write more reality songs about trying to teach. I'm more like trying to teach now, trying to let the kids hear some positive stuff. So Mana Plan is a song that is telling about Mana Plan, but God a wipe out the wicked, them can't get the righteous out. He's just telling you that sometimes people are planning to set a trap for you or dig a pit for you, and they're going to end up falling in it.
Right.
You know, falling in the pit. And there was a saying in Jamaica, if you're going to dig a pit for me, make sure you dig one for yourself. Because it's like that reaction hits you back like a boomerang, you know what I'm saying? So Mana Plan is a very serious song, and it's been doing very well for the past, it's been released 3 weeks now, and I'm very I'm not surprised, but I'm glad that it's really making its name out there. Yes.
And I understand it's getting a lot of airtime.
Yeah, that airplay is getting between
From here to Jamaica.
Yeah, it's from here to Jamaica. Yes,
very popular. And
yeah, we'll be on our way to Jamaica next month to do some promotion and stuff with that. Plus, we have some 2 shows down there to do for the Heineken Star Time thing down there. So we'll be doing quite a few things, and we have quite a few tours this year. It's going to be pretty busy summer.
Now, I also understand that there's a junior, Tyrone, who is also very musically inclined.
Tyrone is, we didn't teach him anything. He just decided that from an early stage he was playing drums.
Yeah, he became a drummer first.
Became a drummer and then started going to trombone and trumpets and all.
He was mixing.
Right now he's engineer, serious engineer.
He's a sound engineer.
And keyboard player too, he can play keyboard with effect players and stuff like that. That's musically inclined. He just, I think he can rap too, but I heard him in the room sometime rapping, but I think he can rap, but he won't let anybody hear.
That's probably next.
I think he can.
That's going to be another surprise.
His whole family are there, singers and rappers.
A whole bunch of us.
And you all are going to Jamaica also, right? You're going to be heading to Jamaica?
Yeah, we're going to Jamaica next month.
We're going to be, May 24th, we're going to Jamaica for the Heineken Star Time.
Do that in May 27th and we're on June 3rd in Montego Bay.
Montego Bay, good. So anyone that's planning on vacationing can check you out there. So they can check you out here.
I'll be all over
They can check you out in Jamaica. There's no excuse, right? No excuse. Okay. What else is coming up? I mean, I know Mana Plan is really hot and picking up. And what's coming? What's going to be up next? What you all plan to do in conjunction with Mana Plan?
We're going to put it on a CD along with other songs that we're going to record. When we go to Jamaica, we're going to leave some more tracks down there and combine that with a CD.
Is there going to be like a particular theme? Are you going to have like a particular theme?
I'm not certain yet what's going to be. I'm not certain yet. Because sometimes it's after you put the tracks down and voice them, then you pick out what you want to go on the album. Sometimes, like right now, I got about 6 or 7 other songs that we haven't put on anything yet. We're trying to find out where we're going to put them.
Right.
If we put that album out and it's very strong with a bunch of, strong songs, we can slip one in just for major, slip one in, let the people hear with something that you have written. And so, but I've been getting tracks on. My friend Phil, who's been a bass man with me for, quite a few years. We have been very good friends. He gave me, he created 2 rhythm tracks for me, and I'm thinking about taking them down to Jamaica and
using those tracks, even on
the idea is very strong, and I haven't written lines for them yet, but that's what I'm going to do, write lines for them and get them said. When I get to Jamaica and get in the hills and sit back and get a lot of meditation.
You can think, in hills and valleys.
Clean my head, clean my head.
Right. Now, do you go back to where you were born when you go?
I haven't been there for quite some time.
And
Where I was born, that house is not there anymore. The family changed and the house is torn down and they build a house in a different area. So I go back to the same landmark where I was born. I would like to build a house there. Although it would be like more retirement because we're in the sensitive, And as a musician, I don't want to live that far from the city. If I do live in Jamaica, no. I'm not planning to live in Jamaica like right now.
Right.
I got something set up first before I really do that, make that move.
We can tune in to the local radio stations. You're playing on what stations is Mana Plan?
WHR, PFW. You can check from Monday night with Sidra come right down. All the DJs, they give me a spin. Thank God for that. Everyone helped me out. And Tony Carr, he plays me. John Blake plays me. Cedra plays
We'll have
me.
different days.
I remember all the days. Papa Wabi, Fridays. It's always the Van Martin and Saturdays. Baltimore Station, they're playing it, so it's really getting out there. Jamaica is playing it good now. They had a link up from New York to Jamaica, and the link up thing, and it is working pretty well.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for joining us. We're definitely going to come check you out and, you know, Manaplan all the way. And
Manaplan all the time.
That's right. So looking forward to that CD.
Respect.
The waves come in, then go away. Someday the sun shine, another day it's snow. Out of your reach, some things may go. Gone where the eagles they run flow. But just remember, you are not alone.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed yet another taste of our local Caribbean artists. For more information on these and other groups, check out our website at caribnationtv.com. That's caribnationtv.com. Until next time, I'm Doris Dean. Thanks for watching Carib Nation.